G'day, so today I just wanted to talk about a few things, namely axe safety to do with inspecting your axe handle and axe collars. So this handle looks like it's pretty good, doesn't it? Well, tiny little crack which I made more obvious by digging my knife in, but you can see just a little mark on there, but you could quite easily miss that and not realise how actually severe that crack is. So if I dig my knife in, you can see that lifting up, and that's actually coming right back to here. Over 50% of the fibres in this handle are compromised, and this handle is very unsafe. So always inspect your axes thoroughly before using them, and I always try to, but sometimes little stuff like that can be very, very easy to miss. This axe is I think 3 years old. I've been using it very regularly. It's one of my most used axes, as it's a great one for timber sport training. It's a Tuatai Kingi, and I've chopped a lot of wood with this. So always inspect your axes, at least before you take them out and use them, but you know, when you're finished using it and you're oiling it, the head and whatever, just check it over and see if you can spot any, even just small cracks like that, because depending on the severity they can be very serious. And that leads me on to axe collars. So I've seen a lot of people using axe collars like paracord or leather, and I'm not a fan of them, to be honest, for mostly ergonomics. I don't like the fact that often they make the handle actually protrude, like when you wrap it around the handle, it protrudes out from beyond the line of the head, so that it's basically catching as the head travels through the wood, and in some ways causing more damage. It also interferes with your ergonomics, so as your hand slides up and down the handle, it's another ridge to catch your hand on. It causes blisters and whatever, but also if you just stop below the collar, then it makes the axe a lot harder to swing because of the leverage disadvantage. But the main reason I'm not a big fan of collars, at least leather and paracord, I do like axe collars made of steel for splitting axes. They're very good, prevent a lot of damage, and you know, I split wood professionally, and it's very quick to destroy handles when you're doing it all the time, because you are getting paid to produce as much as you can, so you're a lot less careful. I mean, you can do a lot to prevent damage, but also splitting woods with a lot of knots and twisted grain. You know, a lot of these woods will leave jagged edges that will catch on the handle no matter how careful you are, and they will tear it up. So a steel collar on a splitting axe is great, but on a chopping axe I don't think it's worth it, and interferes with using the axe properly. But paracord and leather I don't think add significant enough protection to justify the disadvantages, and you know, they might stop a bit of abrasion on the handle, but they won't stop overstrike damage or cracking from just general chopping. This axe has not been overstruck. This is just wear and tear from thousands of hard hits and putting stress on the handle. It's a heavy head. But yeah, the main issue is if you have a leather or paracord collar on your axe handle, it will hide defects like this unless you take the collar off before and after every time you use it. And I doubt people with paracord are willing to unwind it and then wind it back up and tie it up. It's just not, they're just not going to do it, and it will hide defects like this. So when you go out to use it, you'll think the handle's solid, you'll go to swing and it will break, you know, and potentially fly off and hurt someone, or ricochet back and hurt you. It's a very dangerous thing, and anything that really hides, in particular this area of the axe handle, which is the most likely to break, you know, paint, paracord, leather collars, some kind of like tape or whatever, it's a dangerous thing in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of people have been hurt by it. So in general I would not recommend covering up this part of your axe handle. Even though it may be tempting to do that, I think in general it's just hiding potential failures and stopping you from inspecting the handle properly. You know, so I would avoid collars, and I think they're a bad idea. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I see a lot of guys on the internet like worrying too much about grain orientation and wood quality and whatever. The truth of the matter is you never know what you're going to get, and if you use axes heavily, no matter how good the handle is, eventually it will fail. It's just a matter of fact, is you got to replace handles. They were consumable. You got to learn how the skills to replace your handles, and because if you use axes seriously, it's just a matter of time. No matter how good the handle is or how bad it is, at some point it probably will break, and you've got to learn how to do it. So don't worry about it too much, and replacing a handle isn't that hard, and it gives you an opportunity to customize your axe. You know, you learn stuff from using different handles, and with each handle you learn more about what's comfortable for you, and specific things like little niggles, you know, when changed, can really help with your chopping. You know, handles are not one size fits all, and a customized handle for your hand shape and preference is really night and day difference. I think it's something you'll start to appreciate more as you get more and more experienced. It's just how much difference a handle can make. So just some food for thought. I hope this is of interest, and I should have some more videos coming soon. Hopefully more chopping or whatever. I've just been very busy lately with work, and most of my stuff I'm doing right now is timber sport training, and most people aren't really that interested in that. So I will have some videos coming up. I'm hoping to do more this winter, but I've also got some more axes I've been working on, and they'll be coming up for sale at some point, so keep an eye out for them.